It doesn't matter what you look like, it doesn't matter what you sound like. All that matters is what is in your brain and what you can bring to the table. I know it gets better. My name's Kyne, and my pronouns are she, her, or he, him. I am a Canadian drag queen. I am a YouTuber, TikToker, and a math communicator. I was born in the Philippines, and I lived there until I was like 5 years old, and then my family moved to Canada, so I really had my growing up here in Canada. I've always gone to Catholic schools, and when I was like maybe 11 or 12 years old, I started getting these feelings, you know, and at first it started out as just attraction and like just having a crush on some of the boys at school. And you know, at the time, like having been raised in a Catholic household, I really felt that these feelings were really perverted and wrong. I always had this idea in my mind that I would get over this phase of my life and I would eventually grow up and marry a girl and sort of be normal. Probably the time that I felt the most alone and isolated, I remember when I was quite young, I had asked my mom what her reaction would be if I was gay. And of course at the time I was like, of course I'm not gay, but like just posing a hypothetical question, what would you do if I was? She didn't react the way that I wanted her to react. I mean, she said that she would love me and accept me, but just that she would prefer if I wasn't. And, you know, as far as parents' reactions goes, it could have been a lot worse, but, you know, it was not the reaction that I wanted. Obviously, I was at an age where I knew really deep down inside that I was lying to her and that I was gay, and so it really hurt me to feel that if I ever did come out to her, that it would not be what she wanted. Whenever I would feel all these feelings, it would really just make me turn to the internet. The internet was sort of just a safe space where I could interact with other people who were like me and, you know, look up to some role models of people just really living in their truth, and it was really inspiring to me. And it was a place where I could be anonymous. When nobody knows who you are, that's when you can be yourself the most. It just took many years of living with that feeling to know that, okay, so this is something that is gonna be a part of my life forever. This is not going to be something that I'm going to be able to grow out of. And I think after, you know, seeing gay people on media and on the TV living their lives and being in relationships, I realized, okay, maybe this is a lifestyle that I could reasonably lead in my life. Coming out to my parents, it was a very strange experience for me because I didn't really come out to them. They actually invited me into their room and basically straight up asked me, they were like, Kyne, is there anything you want to tell us about yourself? And I was so embarrassed, but you know, I'm glad I had that experience because I don't know if I ever would have came out on my own. So they kind of pushed me out of the closet. Thank goodness they did. And then I came out to my friends too after that. And then I really just started living my open and happy lifestyle after I realized I had nothing to hide. After I came out, it was honestly pretty much smooth sailing because I really just was quite unapologetic. I would like wear makeup all the time to high school. And I mean, people didn't really bully me, I think because I was so flamboyant and out and proud with it. Also, it didn't hurt that I was already at the top of my class, so like I was helping everyone with their homework anyway. You know, when I got into university, that's when I started doing drag, and that's when I witnessed my first drag show. It was an experience that sort of made me want to amplify everything I was doing and turn up the volume because I was already playing in makeup at the time, and I was like, okay, drag is so cool and I can be so creative, and I had lots more independence after high school, so I could really just pour my time and creativity into doing things that made me happy. I am at the University of Waterloo and I am getting my Bachelor's of Mathematics and majoring in Mathematical Finance. I'm loving doing math on TikTok because I kind of get to combine my love for math and my love for drag, and I feel very strongly that the education system really fails a lot of people where math is involved, and so many people walk out of school hating math, and I really try to get people to think differently about math and get students really engaged with it. It means a lot to me to be really out and visible as a queer person in STEM because when I was young, I really distinctly remember having these feelings of thinking, if I ever come out to my family, if I come out to the world, how will people ever take me seriously? It's not like you can be a scientist and be really gay and flamboyant, you know? It sort of just kept me hiding in the closet because I really never felt that I could really be myself and also achieve my aspirations in life. So it's really important to me to show people that you can be an academic and be whatever you want. You know, it doesn't matter what you look like, it doesn't matter what you sound like. All that matters is what is in your brain and what you can bring to the table. I truly believe that we only have one life to live here on this planet, and so we have to make the most out of it that we can. Even on your worst day, I think there is always something to be happy about, something to be thankful about, something to be curious about. And so you have to stick around because there is so much more in this world for you to experience. Don't let other people cheat you away from having those experiences. I'm Kind Santos, and I'm here to tell you that it gets better.